And starting with, in fact, getting a news break from Kerala. This is in relation to the NIA raids which are being currently carried out at multiple locations in Kerala. Now, we are given to understand that raids are taking place at the homes of members of banned organization. PFI reports also suggest that raids reportedly taking place at 56 places in Kerala, the homes of second-tier leaders of the organization and the PFI trainers were raided at around 2 a.m. When the NIA officials from the national capital reached Kerala for the raid. We'll go across to Ashwin as well to get us more details on the crackdown on PFI in Kerala. But we're given to understand that the members of the banned organization PFI are currently being raided. So these are the details that are just trickling in. The inspection is a continuation of the PFI ban. Ashwin joining us for more details. Ashwin, give us more details on the PFI crackdown in Kerala.
Multiple raids have started at 56 locations in Kerala is what is being reported. The NIA team from Delhi had discreetly come down to Kerala, and a team along with a very elite team made in Kochi NIA have jointly raided 56 locations of Tier 2 PFI workers in the state of Kerala. The raid was a flash raid that has taken place. What we get to understand is that the maximum number of raids had taken place at the rural area of Ernakulam district in Kerala. Now, apart from that, in Thiruvananthapuram, in rural Thiruvananthapuram, we are getting information that 3 locations in Thiruvananthapuram has also been raided. We get to understand that from the NIA sources, we get to understand that places like in Thiruvananthapuram, rural areas like Nedumangad, Pallikal and Thonakal, these 3 places have been raided, and we get to information that PFI worker Nawaz home was also being raided. In Pathanamthitta district, we get to understand the state secretary, who was the former state secretary, Muhammad Rashid, his home was also being raided in Pathanamthitta district as well. And another state committee member, Nisar's home was also raided in Pathanamthitta. Meanwhile, at the rural Kochi, Muvatupura, in a place called Muvatupura, multiple places have been raided of PFI Tier 2 workers as well. Now, the raid began at around 2 a.m. today in the morning. It was a flash raid, and we are also getting information that PFI former secretary Samar Ashraf's home was also raided as part of the probe. Now, what we get to understand is that NIA has been conducting its investigation ever since the Popular Front of India was banned, and after which they had taken about 14 of its members in custody, and across India, there were over 100 plus arrests that was made by the NIA. Based on the interrogation of these main accused in the case, as part of the continuation of the investigation, the NIA has conducted raid on the Tier 2 workers. Remember, just last week, NIA had given hints that the PFI had links with even some of the banned outfits like banned outfits and the proscribed terrorist organizations like ISIS, and some of the digital evidences that were collected had links with proscribed terrorist organizations. So, in that context, this raid that has taken place holds prominent importance, and as part of the continuation of the investigation against the Popular Front of India, this holds significance because this is seen as a massive raid. 56 locations in Kerala, multiple districts. This raid has happened. Many number, at least 100 NIA officials have formed this team and taken up this raid. So very critical information could have been unearthed by NIA, and very important is that the raid was a flash raid. This took place at around 2 a.m. today, and it was caught out of surprise by all the Tier 2 members. We get to understand is that some of the fund flow of the Popular Front of India that was being tracked by the NIA, and what we get to understand is that that there was a Hawala link as well, and how the funds for PFI were being collected, which was being monitored. Now, as part of this raid has taken place. So all in all, a massive move by the National Investigation Agency against the Popular Front of India. They could have unearthed very, very critical information to prove that the PFI, the Popular Front of India, is causing harm to the nation as well, and they may have got some critical digital evidences for the same as well.
Ashwin, just one last question before we let you go. We've seen how in the past the raids have happened in Kerala by the NIA. Talk to us about the incriminating evidence that has been recovered in those raids as well. And is there any clue as to whether some evidence could the police is trying to locate when we talk about the activities of the PFI in the state?
When the NIA had asked for the extension of the custody of 14 members of the Popular Front of India, which was submitted in the NIA court in Kochi, it had given a document to the court, and in the document which the public had broken, it had very categorically stated that during the raid that was conducted, and as part of the investigation, the NIA unearthed voluminous data from various digital devices. And one of which had stated that as part of the investigation, they found out that some of the members of the Popular Front of India had links with the accused in ISIS cases in Kerala, which has been registered in Kerala. Now, this needs probe is what this document had stated. It also had categorically stated that there has been an inflow of finance through illegal means, and this was being conducted, and that some of the Popular Front of India workers had links with proscribed terrorist organizations like Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Apart from that, the financial transactions, the Hawala dealing, as well as the incriminating digital evidences that has been collected. What NIA had stated was that this needs a lot of time as part for investigating and also using this to interrogate those who have been taken into custody. So essentially, this can be seen, the raid today can be seen, the flash raid today can definitely be seen as a continuation of the process of the NIA to unearth critical information about the Popular Front of India and the nefarious activities in the country.
Ashwin, just stay with us, requesting you to stay with us as we tell our viewers these are the latest exclusive visuals that we are putting on our screens of the NIA raids which are currently underway at least 56 locations in the state. Now, this is yet another crackdown on the PFI leaders. Remember, the PFI is an outfit which has already been banned in the country. Ashwin, of course, continues to stay with us. Ashwin, you were talking to us about the ISIS links with the PFI leaders. If you could give us briefly the details of this case, the ISIS link which has emerged with the PFI leaders.
The NIA, remember, this is a very, very comprehensive case, and as part of it, the National Investigation Agency will have to present before the court evidences to show that the activities of the Popular Front of India has been against the interests of the nation. Now, the initial data that has been collected, what NIA has suggested is that the initial data points to the fact that some of the members of the Popular Front of India had links with the accused in registered terror cases, that is registered ISIS cases in Kerala. And when we look into the cases like ISIS Kanakamala case, where it is related to Kashmir recruitment for Kashmir, where two of the activists from Kerala were shot dead in Kashmir, and that was one of the first cases that was registered. One of the accused who's now languishing in jail for that particular case, the Popular Front of India, that person was also a journalist with pages which was affiliated with the Popular Front of India, the newspaper that is now defunct. So all this information had come out, and NIA has trying to see how deep the link goes. Is it just with one person, or are there several people who have deep links with accused accused in ISIS terror cases in Kerala. Apart from that, what we get to understand that there are some organizations which are abroad. For instance, there is this organization based in Kuwait, which uses various ways to raise funds from NRIs in Kuwait and then send that money for activities of the Popular Front of India in various parts of the country. Now, such organizations are also under the radar of the NIA. And who are the people who are supporting this organization? Who are the people who are enabling these funds? Who are the people who are funding locally as well as in different parts of the state as well as from outside the country? All this comes under the ambit of the case as well, and that is why this particular raid may have been linked to the evidences that NIA has been collecting for the last few months after the ban of the Popular Front of India in September.
All right, Ashwin, thank you so much for those details. So, Ashwin getting us this news break of the NIA raids, which are currently underway in Kerala in at least 56 locations. And as Ashwin was telling us, the NIA would be probing the funding that the PFI leaders had been getting all this while, which is, of course, a matter which is being probed by the NIA sleuths at this point in time. These are visuals, exclusive visuals coming in right now of the raids being carried out at several locations at the residence of the PFI leaders.